What's going on, everyone? Damian Bartonic here with my guy, Sean Humphrey. And for a discussion this big, I had to bring him in. I had to bring in the big dog. Sean, De'Aaron Fox wants out of Sacramento, and it seems like every report is saying he wants to come to San Antonio. Obviously, we follow this sport very closely. Man, when you hear that, De'Aaron Fox wants to go to San Antonio, what comes to mind?
First of all, with my feet planted on this station here, I'm a Mavs fan for professional reasons. However, it's a crazy day. We were talking about this off camera, and this team has been the subject of those same conversations over a number of years. They're old, they're slow, they're boring. So now seeing players on other teams want to come to San Antonio, it's a beautiful day. It's a new day.
Yeah, it's a new day. Yes, it is. You know what I mean? And not only that, when you look at this Spurs team right now, they're not exactly the best, right? They're kind of a middling team right now, right? They're not a bad team, but they're not a very good one either. A move like De'Aaron Fox, in my opinion, is exactly what they need, because he's an automatic ceiling raiser as well as a floor raiser, because he can do a little bit of everything. He's a 3-level scorer and all that good stuff. But tell me, when you look at this deal, when you look at De'Aaron potentially coming to San Antonio, it's going to take a lot. You got to pay. Tell me what do you think about that? What do you think about giving up a lot for this player?
Well, Herm Edwards say you play to win the game. He said you play to win the game. The tough deal is being allegedly a Spurs fan and understanding how this fan base feels. There's a reason why Bruce Bowen's number is in the rafters. There's a reason why Avery Johnson's number is in the rafters. Yes, they contributed to championships, but they also do a lot of work in the community, and the fan base is very attached to those guys who put on the uniform, especially guys who were drafted by the Spurs and represent the team and the city well. So it's very hard to think about giving up a Keldon Johnson, a Devin Vassell, a Stephon Castle, because you want those guys to stay in San Antonio their whole careers. But it's not often that you have a chance to catapult yourselves into contender status with one move like the Spurs have the ability to now.
So for me, I'm someone that's like, yes, if it requires a Devin Vassell, a Stephon Castle, a Keldon Johnson, I say you do it. It's not very often all NBA caliber players are available. De'Aaron Fox has been an all-NBA player. He's been an all-star. I think this is a move that you got to go with. You have plenty of draft capital, plenty of assets, player-wise. I feel like it's the right move. But what say you? What do you think about that? What do you think about maybe giving up a Devin or a Keldon or a Stephon Castle?
I think Stephon Castle is the piece I'm a little bit hesitant about. The player I'm a little bit hesitant about, just based on what I've seen from him this year. It's a hot take. I don't have time to get into the stats, but outside of Victor Wembanyama, I think he's the best Spurs rookie I've seen since Kawhi Leonard. He's in the Rising Stars game. He's in the dunk contest. He's really good on both sides of the ball, and he likes to go at people, and that's what I really like to see. However, when you're talking about De'Aaron Fox, the Spurs have been missing that scorer at the end of games, and you especially see it when they play those close games and they find a way to lose. That's why the team is just under 500 and still approaching its win total from last year. I mean, it's a bit of a tough conversation. It's a conversation we don't want to have. I'm glad that I'm not the one making the decision, and I might be glad you're not making the decision.
You might not be glad, because I'm going.
You want to trade everybody.
I'm the gambler over here. But with that said, that's my man Sean Humphrey. I'm Damian Bartonic, and keep it here for a little bit more news right after the break.